Hello, this is Scott Smith from COBRA Firing Systems, and today I am very excited to give you a complete demonstration of the brand new 18R2. Now, I'm going to go through a number of different things within this video, so it's going to be very thorough, and within the description below I've actually provided you with the different topics within the video, and for each topic the exact minute and second section within the video, so if you want to go directly to that section in the future you can. Definitely encourage you to watch it thoroughly, but again that'll be a nice reference in the future when you want to go to a specific section that explains a specific feature of the unit. Now, to give a very brief background to people who don't know who COBRA is, our business has been around now for about 2.5 years. The systems are being used in over 50 countries. We have well over 500 companies and individuals using the system. It's used primarily within fireworks, but also plays a very hearty role within special effects and also in the military simulation industry. And we have really two different products. We have what is the 18R, and this has kind of been our flagship product for the last, year and a half. And this transmitter works with any of the 18M firing modules that you see in front of you. And what we're introducing today is the actual 18R2. Now, the 18R2, today I actually have it within one of our new remote armored cases. These cases actually work well with both the 18R and the 18R2. And you can see here's the actual 18R2. Looks a little bit different than the 18R, primarily just the black thermal and impact resistant faceplate that sits on the top of it. Again, this is just as rigid and durable as the 18R. And the 18R2 really looks almost identical and carries pretty much the exact same usability features as the 18R. So when you pick up the 18R2, if you've used the 18R, it's a very natural progression. Everything's almost the same, and what we've done is really just added a variety of different features that in many ways are just natural, intuitive extensions of the existing 18R. So it's not difficult, it's not like you have to relearn an entirely new remote. This remote is very similar, and in fact most of the enhancements are just natural, intuitive extensions and not something that you're going to end up stumbling upon or becoming confused by. Now, the obvious major physical difference is the availability of a USB port that sits on the side. This is a waterproof USB port. You'll see here that it is sealed permanently into the back side of the case, and it has this nice attached captive cap that you can screw right on, and that'll hold nice and secure, and that fits nicely right back into the case here. Okay, and what I have here is another 18R2, but what I've done is I've just gone ahead and I've removed the screws off the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the insides, because I think it's important you see some of the differences between what we've done within the hardware of the unit. Now, the design's exactly the same. Everything continues to be plug and play, meaning there's absolutely no hand soldering on any of our units that we sell. Everything is completely automated. All the components are all plugged into the main board. That allows for very easy repairs. For example, if you were to damage an antenna connector, a keypad, an enclosure, everything can be replaced without having to ship the units back. We can just ship you out parts and you can replace them on your own. And what you'll see here in the back, if you kind of zoom in a little closely, what we've got is this is your plug for the main switch to turn the unit on. This is your power source. This is the actual USB plug that goes into the side of the bottom. And then what you'll also see is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's actually a 5th expansion port that exists on the right hand side. Okay, those were added on purpose so that in the future, as we come out with new peripherals or new extensions or new functions that the 18R2 may work with, we're just going to simply ship you out a new back faceplate that's going to have the additional added ports, and then you're going to take off the old back faceplate, put the new one on, and just plug whatever peripherals need to exist into the side. Okay? And that can work for anything that's going to be a wired peripheral. We may also come out with wireless peripherals. So we may have a specific wireless SMPTE timecode input adapter that could fit into the back of one of these ports. So long term, you're going to really see the 18R2 kind of become the hub of our system as far as long-term function. The 18R will always continue to have a role as far as just a really solid, great manual firing remote, but the 18R2 is going to kind of act as a platform for us to develop off of, and we did a lot of things so that you don't have to repurchase a new transmitter in the future with the expansion ports. Great. Okay, the next thing to mention is that with the 18R2, it does require that you have a new software upgrade for your 18M modules. However, when you upgrade the modules with the software, those modules will work with both the 18R and the 18R2. So what you have is you have a interoperable compatibility across all units. So what that means is that if you buy a COBRA system, it's going to work with anything that's also COBRA. Okay, so we don't want to make it so that you buy certain units and they work with some of our devices, other units don't. We want everything to work together, and with this addition of the 18R2, we've achieved that. So you can sync up the 18R, sync up the 18R2, and they'll both work with the modules that you have today, going all the way back to the beta units that we sold a couple years ago. Great. So now let's just start going through some of the different features that have been added within 18R2. Now I would classify the features that we've added kind of into two different sections. The first section being more general usability features, things that were requested from the 18R. Okay, for example, when you go from test mode to ARM mode on the remote, people ask, well, can the lights stay on so that when I fire them, I'll know